Hello and welcome to My 11th Circle presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapoor. India's long with many O's batting lineup was tested today. The marks they got a bit like my Monday morning surprise test scores. Not so good. But Joy and Pommy here still with me. Well, you have batting till number 10, but...
I thought it was a very democratic batting performance.
Okay.
Everyone got a chance to bat. It's rarely in a 20-over match that every batsman has a chance to bat.
And a bit like the Indian elections where everybody promised a lot more than they delivered.
Everyone promised a lot more than they delivered.
Except Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar, you feel, Shikhar is the only one actually there in that batting lineup who's looking good at this point in time. The way he was going, obviously maximised the power play for India, hit some big shots, was taking the risks. But I guess you play like that thinking that you've got a long batting lineup, but the others didn't deliver.
Yeah, it's one of those curious ones actually, because as you watch that, almost like South Africa in the previous game, where the game goes a certain way for a period of time, and South Africa started poorly with the ball down the leg side, wides, and India off to a good start, Shikhar hitting it well. You think they're going to pile on runs here. What you did see, though, was that there's just a little something as far as the pitch was concerned, swing in the air, and also just a little nibble off the pitch. Then, once he goes out, actually, then it's just a tumble. It's a procession from there on. And I think sometimes it doesn't necessarily play in the minds of the batsmen, but it doesn't help teams, the fact that they've got long batting lineups, because the job is then left for the next man and the next man and the next man. Yeah. And in essence, it's not so much the leaving the job, but it's the ability to take a risk because the order is so long. Yeah. Whereas the teams that don't have know that, well, it's just the six of us. We've got to get the runs on the board. Otherwise, well, we can't expect the bowlers to be the ones to try and get the run. So, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from South Africa in the way that they came back into the game and got wickets. Shamsi and Buren Hendricks were really good in the middle to restrict, to stop it, and then restrict and just take wickets and keep going. But I think India will look at themselves then, feel that they were inept in the way that they went about things.
Yeah, they really were. 134 is what India has finished with 9 wickets gone. So it's not like they weren't trying to accelerate. They just couldn't get it going. And after the kind of power play that South Africa bore the brunt of, right? 54 for 1. Enjoy, that's what Pommy's saying. A comeback from South Africa has been brilliant.
I think it was superb, and I think two guys triggered it off. One was Buren Hendricks, because I thought the ball to get Rohit was absolutely perfect, because he was the one guy who made the wicket happen. The other guy who did was Shamsi, and he got the wickets. And those 3 overs, they bowled him 3 straight in the middle, 4 straight in the middle, and that really held back the innings. And I think that's a big point, that those two did it, and then everyone came back to the party.
Yeah.
And then Fekluka bowled well, Rabada bowled well at the end. He was 2 for 24, ended up with 3 for 39. Look at that bowling lineup. Everyone did their job. But it was Hendricks and Shamsi who really set up the mood, and the rest of them delivered.
Yeah, I mean, you come into a game and you go with 4 overs, 14 and 2 wickets, and you're happy with that day at work.
Yeah, fantastic day out, especially after the start that India gets. So you come into the power play and you're trying to repair things. So often the issue for a bowler who's bowling first change is that you want to make sure that you're continuing what's going on. You don't want to be the guy who lets the valve out. But in this case, we're flying all over the place. Skipper's coming and saying, listen, we need sanity to the proceedings here. Yeah. We can't just be wide there everywhere and they can just climb in. Let's get into an area. Got in there, got the nick, had the confidence as well to keep the slip in for him. And so that was good as far as Quinton de Kock was concerned, and he delivered and then just didn't let go, kept going.
I have to say, just want to add to what Pommy said. You said that Hendricks had to come in and repair the damage. It's not often that Rabada's the one. Rabada does different kind of damage. Rabada doesn't get damaged. He bowled that over completely off it. I think he bowled 26 deliveries in that over, something like that. Yeah, it's the over that kept
going. It swung a lot for him.
It kept swinging. Wish there was a right-hander batting. He'd be thinking at that point in time, because it kept sort of going down to the left-hander. But to actually then take it, because Rabada's a weapon for South Africa. If he has a bad day, normally when your ace weapon has a bad day, it can derail everybody else. Makes it even better for Hendricks, doesn't it?
Mind you, there was a bit to the pitch, and I'm wondering whether there was anyone in that Indian lineup, whether it's a batsman or a senior batsman like a Kohli, when he goes back saying, guys, this is not a 200 wicket.
Yeah.
This is probably a 150 wicket, 140, 150, 160 is a good score.
Like Callis for KKR.
Exactly. Somebody senior needed to tell them that this is not the easiest wicket to bat on. And remember, even with Shamsi and all, they were not getting to the ball. The ball was stopping a bit. So the timing was off. You see it, so many of them went straight up in the air. And that means that there's something in the pitch where, and they say that the Bangalore pitch early on in the season.
That's the thing. It is the thing. Are we judging the Bangalore pitch by the fatigued end of season pitch that we see in the IPL? Because that's when we see it the most, right? And then you see it early in the season like you're seeing it right now. And it is capable of being a different beast, isn't it?
It is capable of that, but I think there's some shots that showed that it wasn't a bad pitch.
Yeah.
A decent enough pitch, nice enough pace on it. Some of them went. And I think you have to give the credit to the bowlers in the times that some batsmen try to go at shots that are not quite there. So if you look at how the wickets fell, trying to hit one and hitting one up in the air means you haven't picked the length, or it's been slower and you've been done for the flight. And that, in essence, that's the bowler beating you. And batsmen generally, or golfers as they do, they'll say it's not them, something's wrong with the green, right? Do you know what I'm saying? So he'd be sitting there thinking, oh, so I didn't quite, play that.
It's not me, it's the dance floor.
Yeah, exactly that. But in my head, as I watched India bat today, I thought of the conversation we had before game one, which didn't happen, which was about aggression, a long batting lineup, and intent. And you remember I said it's necessary for everyone, experienced players, not experienced players, to filter what the messages are when it comes to what's said in your change room and what everyone's saying to you. You've got to get to whatever the surface is like and judge on the day what is required, rather than there's this aggressive intent, let's go at them, and wickets are falling all the way through to the 20th over. Yeah, I reckon that's part of the problem.
And it's 134. So here's the thing. At what point in time do you look at it and you go, all right, this is a shambles. Let's just be safe and try to get to 150 rather than try to go for Chinnaswamy safe 180.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. I think
You're playing it on reputation.
They played it wrong. I think they played it wrong, and I think somewhere after Shreyas Iyer left, I felt that the rest of the batsmen weren't doing that great a job of judging what they had to do. And I think then there's a combination of really good bowling,
good field, good catching,
good fielding, good catching, and they backed their bowlers. So after that, they just dug themselves into increasingly, because see, once you have a 3-run, 4-run over, then you're under pressure.
Yeah.
And then it just keeps getting worse and worse. And those South Africans, what they managed to do was keep that pressure.
Yeah.
You have 2 sixes, 2 big overs, 1 over goes for 17, 18, and suddenly the pressure's off. We just didn't get that 1 over.
Yeah, you'd probably look at this, and if you looked at power play totals, the delta between the power play total and the final total, this is probably one of the closest ones there, right?
Absolutely.
When you get a 54 on power plays, what you give away as South Africa, and then you manage to pull the team to 134, the team batting first. I think that has been an incredible effort from South Africa today. Well, but that's only half the job done, because the South Africa batsmen have to go out there and they have to get that 135. And we've seen the pitch. Obviously, it's not the typical Chinnaswamy, we're going to go for a walk in Cubbon Park and get this done, because the Indian bowlers are also coming out to play and compete and win. And we'll show you the Indian bowling lineup as well. Yes, sorry, Joy, you wanted
Just want to say, a very interesting stat. After the 7th over, there wasn't a single over where India got more than 10 runs an over. That means there wasn't a single, what they call breakthrough outstanding over. 1 over, you got 12, 15, immediately the other guy's in trouble. Never happened.
Yeah, so that didn't happen. So there was no changer there. But look at the Indian bowling lineup. South Africa's will do well to look at this and say, guys, it's not in the bag. Don't be excited. Still, the job's got to be done.
I think the other way around.
No?
Yeah, I think they've got to be as confident as they can be. If you ask anybody, it doesn't matter what the pitch do, they get 134. You don't play at Chinnaswamy. Yes, the pitch does a bit, and they get 134. If you ask South Africa that at the start of it, just say, bite your hand off. Thank you very much. We'll chase 134 every day.
But Quinton is definitely not going to play Washington Sundar in a hurry in the beginning.
It depends. I think you got to. It's a specific way that you'll go about things. If the guy is there who you can take on, so if it's not turning at Chinnaswamy and the spinner is going to bowl, you take him on. because with the seamer, it's going to swing and it's going to give you more trouble. So
Yeah.
you've got to know which guys you're going to take on. In your taking them on, they're still just cricket shots. You know, the first 6 still must be taken advantage of, and you've got to choose correctly in the way that you're going to go for your areas, not where there is someone, take on the fielder in the deep, but pop them over their heads and put the pressure on India rather than let India stay in the game by not playing any shots.
Yeah.
And then suddenly 1-2 go down, the pressure shifts and reverses, and India is still in the game. So I think, yeah, kind of have to
Scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
Grab it by the
Grab
scruff
game.
of the neck. So
Gotta grab the
listen,
game.
none of us got the My 11 Circle expert couch because our predictions were way off.
Wasn't that the closest?
That was the closest. That was 182.
No way? Okay, well.
Can't, if
Well
you
done.
can call that close.
Well
48 runs away.
Yeah, just about.
What's 48 runs between
In a
friends?
T20 game?
Between
Nothing
friends.
at all.
Between
just,
friends.
Just a lifetime. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another prediction for the second innings, which is which over is this game going to finish?
Oh, goodness.
And I am saying it's going to finish in. I'll start first again.
Well,
But
again?
Neck of the chopping block. Oh, I'll go last.
Oh,
if you
you
want.
can go last because you
Done.
went
You go
last. You
first.
got to go first.
I'm saying if it finishes 16th over,
Oh, okay.
If it finishes, what are you going to
Well, it has to finish.
What's that
I mean,
about?
India could knock them off.
No, but see, the thing is,
you gotta
it'll be
decide.
16 though, because you either get those runs in 16 or India bowls them out in 16. There's no like coasting.
Yeah, so I'm
Yes,
saying
yeah.
16 overs, okay.
So 16.
17.4.
Wow.
Oh, I like the confidence. I
16
like the
and
confidence.
17 were my numbers that I wanted. So you know what I'll do? I'll go for 15th.
Okay.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
What the hell?
17.4.
What the hell?
Remember the name.
Remember the name.
I'll tell you the guy who's going to be dangerous today. The key bowler today is Deepak Chahar.
Deepak Chahar. Okay.
They swing and there's something could happen. If anything can happen, it's with swing up front.
Only you'd given that as expert advice when people were choosing their My 11. How do you said top 3 Indian batsmen?
I did better last time. I was a shambles.
You were like
Moral of
Virat
the
and
story.
Rohit.
Moral of the story, and I think I said this before. Don't listen to me.
Just during that bit. Just during the expert advice. Otherwise, please listen to it. All right, it's time to us to go. There's no more to listen to. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with Cricbuzz Combox. Thank you so much for watching. My 11 Circle presents Cricbuzz Live.